Okay, I said I wasn't going to do a video because of my business, but I'm going to be delayed for a few days in my moving, simply because my moving partner has been inconvenienced by somebody who committed a crime against him. Nothing violent, but he was robbed of some stuff. So when I said that in my teaser video I said that I had a project coming up, I was going to fab up this little computer into a custom case and such. I actually have the panel covers for this now. This is just literally slapped together. I'm going to put the finishing touches in an actual floppy drive in this later on. I was going to fab a case up in either wood or corrugated plastic, which is like what you see in campaign posters and things like that now in sign shops. But getting a hold of it and then spending the extra time at it, I decided that using an actual case was a lot easier. This is an older PC by spec. It's a Pentium 950. I'm not really concerned about saying what the board version is because really there is no concern for me. It's got 512 megs of RAM. It's got a 20 gig hard drive, a 32 meg NVIDIA GeForce 3 video card, DVD burner. I will have the floppy drive put in it shortly, and the two covers, and I'm just gathering some more screws to secure everything. This is an old case I had laying around, which had a burned out power supply and such. This is literally all spare parts and stuff that I had just laying around. I did not have to purchase anything besides the 20 gig hard drive, which I got off of a friend for $20. Just doing him a favor more than anything. I wouldn't take it for free. On the end here is a wireless adapter I had laying around. This is the the WG111V2 from Netgear. As well, I have a Netgear router here, and it is the WGR 614V7. Now, this I had just laying around. My older sister had given it to me because when she bought a computer for her sons, the nice fellow at the store did the upsell saying she should get a router with wireless. She didn't realize her ISP fell wide here. I gave her a router with wireless, and it's a modem. This isn't. But the whole function of this tower is, and this TV here is a TV as well. It's not just a monitor. You can see there are different connectors there. This is my breakout screen. I'm actually going to be using a regular monitor, an old CRT for this, but it's just for right now. RAM consumption, old Microsoft wireless keyboard, which I use for my 360 sometimes, and an old, this is trackball? Oh no, it's optical PS2 mouse. I have a 4-port USB card put in it. Pretty much what I'm doing is I'm running CentOS 6.2 server. This is just the live CD running. I have not attempted to install anything, and all I've done is, well, I've been testing it on the home wireless here, is this wireless dongle here is picking up the wires from the house. Then, over here, I got the wireless from the house running through this computer, and then what I did was, when I went into the network settings for the Ethernet port, I set that port to share with other computers. So, the signal goes into the computer, comes out through the Ethernet, goes into the router, and shared for the rest of the house. I've already tested this with a couple of my laptops. The whole thing is, when I move, I'm trying to minimize all my bills, and what I'm going to simply do is try to find an open wireless source or such, and I'm going to connect off of that. Now, there is a hotel down the road from me. I'm going to probably connect to that because it is open, and I will ask them if it's allowed, if I can connect to it, and if they say yes, well, I will. This will just save me about $50–$60 a month, which pays for my cell phone pretty much. Running CentOS 6.2, the latest version, desktop environment, and the window manager as XFCE. So it's reasonably fast on this computer. I'm going to install that natively, but running it off the live CD now, it runs fine. It's just I might want to have it installed as for every time I have to reboot. I don't have to enter in the settings. Yeah, it's worked quite fine. Now, as a little test of measure, I did use this computer with Backtrack 5 to crack WEP, and it cracks it within half an hour. So, yeah. I'm not saying I'm going to be cracking WEP with this, but, yeah. It's good to have, save some money. So, yeah. Now, the Ethernet port is 10/100 megabit per second. I'll probably upgrade down the road. But this is only a 54 megabit per second router anyway, I believe. Yeah, 54 megabit per second wireless router. The LAN activity is 100 megabits. If it flashes in yellow for the LAN, it's 10 megabit per second. For me, I don't need a gigabit router or anything. That's just overkill. That would be, for my needs, it would be too much. You gotta think about it. For local file transfer, yeah, maybe you might need it, but for incoming internet, you're not going to get anything reasonably residentially within anything more than 30 to 50 megabits per second anyway incoming. So, yeah. So that's my setup right now. So, yeah, I got an excuse to put out a video. And yeah, this was all thrown together from recycled spare parts. This is on my coffee table I made for my new place. This is actually a trampoline frame that was broken, salvaged from a few people for spare parts. Maybe my father for my niece and nephew's use of the trampoline, so they can. Because they broke the trampoline a couple years ago, we ended up with enough spare parts to make a second trampoline. We still have some left over, so took the broken ones, chopped them down with a grinder, welded them together. I couldn't do a leveling job or anything on this because of the fact that this piece of wood didn't saw very well in the way of being leveled. So I just went kind of organic with it. But it works fine, and it is level. Like I used a level on the surface, but when I was working with the frame and things like that, I didn't use a level. I just had the level on the slab itself, not on the frame. This will not be used for the server. This is just for me to have this so I don't have it on the bloody floor. I actually have a computer table that's going to be dedicated for this. So yeah, free cycled, spare parts, server. Sign out.